news coming in. A fresh plea has been filed before the Supreme Court by Karti Chidambaram to quash ED summons. This is the news that we're getting you first on Republic TV. We'll have Nalini Sharma joining us on the phone line in a short while from now. But we can tell you that a fresh plea has been filed before the Supreme Court to quash ED summons. A plea filed by Karti Chidambaram. He's challenged the summons again, and the Supreme Court has agreed to hear this fresh plea to quash that Karti has filed, seeking quashing of summons tomorrow. So latest development coming in from the Supreme Court. Karti Chidambaram, who is currently being questioned by the CBI, has filed a fresh plea before the Supreme Court to quash the ED summons. Nalini joining us on the phone line. Nalini, over to you.
Yes, well, Karti Chidambaram has moved a fresh writ petition before the Supreme Court of India asking for the ED summons in the INX Media case to be quashed against him. This is a fresh writ petition filed by Karti Chidambaram, which is different from his earlier application seeking the same press. But the earlier application was a part of the case, and this is a new case altogether that has now been filed by Karti Chidambaram against the Enforcement Directorate, trying to challenge the fresh summons once again. He is supposed to appear tomorrow before the Enforcement Directorate as well as before the Supreme Court to actually for the hearing of his case. And now this petition of his has been tagged along with the case that is going to be heard tomorrow. Karti Chidambaram is going to be appearing tomorrow before the Enforcement Directorate, and that's when the Supreme Court is going to be hearing his plea to quash the summons. And we'll have to wait and watch exactly what the Supreme Court says, especially in the light of the recent events that have happened and Karti Chidambaram's arrest after he failed to cooperate with the CBI during the probe in the INX Media case.
Right. So this move comes just a day after he was brought face-to-face with Indrani in Mumbai. Karti Chidambaram, a desperate move, more like it also shows that he's scared. So he's now gone to the Supreme Court once again, pleading with the Supreme Court to quash the summons by the ED. Nalini, get us more details, some more background for our viewers when it comes to these ED summons. Karti, remember, right now is in CBI's custody. The CBI is questioning him in connection with the INX Media case.
Well, interestingly enough, Karti Chidambaram was supposed to appear before the Enforcement Directorate on the 1st of March. That's when the fresh summons were issued to him. That is why specifically he flew back from London to India on the 28th of February to appear before the ED on the 1st of March. Very unexpectedly, the CBI, in fact, arrested Karti Chidambaram at the very airport soon after he landed. This is a case regarding the INX Media case, which of course deals with the approvals, the illegal FIPB approvals that were granted to companies owned by Karti Chidambaram when his father was a finance minister. Interestingly enough, his father P. Chidambaram's name was also mentioned in the FIR that was filed by the CBI against Karti Chidambaram. So taking all of this into account, the case becomes much murkier when it is now going to be presented before the top court, where we have Karti Chidambaram challenging the summons issued by the top investigating agency, of course making the same defense that he hasn't been involved in this case. He wasn't the one who signed off on the approvals, and the fact that he wasn't even involved in the finance ministry. It was his father who was involved in all of this. So taking that into consideration, it becomes very important exactly what the Supreme Court says, because as a matter of fact, there were approvals granted for FIPB clearance, much less than what the FIPB clearance actually received by INX Media eventually was. So it becomes very interesting to see exactly what the Supreme Court will say tomorrow.
Right.
It's been a long-standing case before the Supreme Court where the Chief Justice has heard different aspects of it, so he is well versed with the case. And interestingly enough, if I could just point out, the counsel for the CBI, ASG Tushar Mehta, was present in the Supreme Court when this case was being mentioned by Karti's lawyer. So, of course, the CBI is also keeping a very close track on exactly what Karti is doing, and they will have a defense prepared, a legal strategy prepared for exactly how to now oppose this fresh application by him.
So, on a day when the BJP is planning to raise the INX Media case in Parliament, we're getting news that Karti Chidambaram has filed a fresh petition in Supreme Court seeking quashing of ED summons. Big breaking story there. First on Republic TV. Yes, Karti Chidambaram has moved Supreme Court seeking quashing of ED summons. We're going to get you all those details now. Big breaking story coming in from the Supreme Court. Slipping into a short break right now. On the other side, we'll be keeping you up to speed with all the updates from the Parliament and also tell you more about this case that Karti Chidambaram has now moved the Supreme Court seeking quashing of ED summons.